in a small, misty town, surrounded by thick woods and eerie silence, there stood an old, crumbling mansion at the very end of Maple Street. The townsfolk whispered about it being haunted, and few dared to tread near. But for one spirited little boy named Tommy, the mansion was more a curiosity than a fright. When Halloween evening arrived, with the moon glowing brightly and the leaves crunching underfoot, Tommy's adventurous heart couldn't resist any longer. Dressed as a daring pirate, complete with a woefully drooping hat, he set off with his loyal friend, Max the mischievous cat. Max was no ordinary feline. His emerald eyes sparkled with intelligence, and he seemed to grin more like a Cheshire cat. "Come on, Max," urged Tommy, as they stood at the rusty gates of the haunted house. "Let's discover if the stories are real." Reluctantly, Max nuzzled Tommy's shoe, his way of showing agreement, and shimmied through the gap in the gate. The mansion's garden was an overgrown tangle of weeds and creepy crawlies, leading to a grand but decrepit doorway. Though the wind whistled through broken windows, the moonlight created a silvery path for our daring duo. Inside the mansion, the dusty air carried secrets of yesteryears, and shadows danced upon the dilapidated walls. "Was that a ghost?" Tommy whispered excitedly as a shadow flitted by. His heart raced with both fear and exhilaration. Max leapt gracefully onto a windowsill, quietly observing the room, a once splendid parlor now filled with cobwebs. As they ventured deeper, the house moaned as though it was trying to speak. Hinges groaned, footsteps echoed, and yet it was empty, save for the whispers of the past. Tommy stumbled upon an old portrait of a somber lady. Her eyes seemed to follow them, kind yet weary. Suddenly, the room filled with a soft, eerie glow. In front of them appeared a wispy apparition, unmistakably the lady from the portrait, but smiling warmly. Tommy and Max froze, unsure whether to run or stay. "Don't be frightened, young adventurers," she spoke, her voice as gentle as the autumn breeze. "I am Lady Elara, and this was my home long ago." "Are you a ghost?" blurted Tommy, his eyes as wide as saucers. "Yes and no," laughed Lady Elara. "Though I have left this world, my spirit remains to guard this house. The stories that frighten your townsfolk keep my home safe from harm." Tommy smiled, understanding at once. "We won't tell if you don't want us to," he grinned. Max purred in agreement, rubbing against the ghostly lady's shimmery dress. Lady Elara bowed her head in thanks. "There are treasures of knowledge and memories here," she said. "But now, you must return home. Be safe, little explorer, and thank you for visiting." With that, the mansion seemed to exhale, gently guiding Tommy and Max back outside. As they trotted away under the moonlit sky, Tommy felt a warmth envelop him. Knowing that they had made a spectral friend, from that night on, Tommy and Max would often stop by to check on the old mansion, no longer haunted by fear, but rather held by the gentle promise of friendship and secrets shared. It was their little secret, a haunted house that wasn't so scary after all.